we are not quite so full as we expected in the noontime, but I say you a very well greeting and a very thank you very much that you are coming here, and hopefully we have a good talk with many interesting ideas. Let me first say some words about the organization and the privacy, you know, of the new European rules, and I should inform you that talks will be recorded to video. Speakers and slides are mostly seen, and we have now a new technique for video. There is a live stream at YouTube video, and if you have a handy, you can see it in the handy if you like. Well, this should be the next. Yeah. Well, okay. But if you like to sit outside and you can follow these talks if they are recorded here all the time. The organization is made by Markus and me, and the video stream is done by Torben, Sebastian and Marc, who are the first time now with the SDR Academy. We will have one break for lunch and for discussion. And I should add, Phil, one of the speakers in the morning, has prepared a little hardware here on the first table, which will be demonstrated during the lunch break. So if you are interested in that, remark this time. Visitors, please change only before and after the talks to keep it calm in the room. Questioners are requested to use the microphone. We have 2 microphones, and we want to come to your place and use this, please. Don't walk in the middle, as we have the video camera there. Questions will be part of the video, so keep your words. The SDR Academy overview should inform you that we have 15 talks. Each lasts 30 minutes, including the discussion. The effective time of talk will be 25 minutes. The first time we had an advertising separate compact timetable in the printout of the Radio Club magazine. So we expect an overfilled room. The room capacity is maximum 180 persons, and at the moment we are filling a little bit more now. Possible to follow the talks from outside the room on the video displays, as I showed you on my smartphone. And please have attention, the video recording is only at the front part and the projector. Why do we need the SDR Academy? Well, the focus is on software-defined radio. Software-defined radio means software plus radio. Software conferences are focused on software. And I should mention the FurStreaming in Brussels is one of these software conferences. 5,000 people only for free software came together, talking a few days about software development. And there are radio conferences and, of course, the ham radio. Other conferences addressed to professionals and scientists. Ham radio today is mostly focused on analog systems, and we expect a digitization of ham radio education. Sorry about my pronounce, I'm not so trained in English. We expect that ham radio must develop to digitize the education of ham radio. The target of SDRA is divided into 3 questions. The first question, what should it be? It should be concentrated an exchange platform. So it's closed on one day. The application, it is application oriented. It will fill the gap between science, industry, and ham radio, as we think. It should make a link to the published literature about SDR and SDR products. What should be reached? Passive listeners should be transformed into active makers, hopefully you. Show how to make the first steps could be done. Help to jump over a virtual wall at the start with SDR. And you should understand how to estimate the products in the hall A1. There are a lot of products with SDR and you should better understand them. What will it not be? And we are very sorry not to have the time. It will not be a workshop. How can we do this or that exactly? There are a lot of workshops from the Radio Club. The DIC has workshops, and if you are interested more, you can hopefully enter one of these. Which competences do you bring to the SDRA, and what do you gain after the SDRA? Before you are interested in SDR and innovation in radio technology. Ideally, you have some own SDR experiments done in the past, and the SDR program used for ham radio. SDR programs could be, well, one to name, Power SDR, Quisk, HD SDR, or anything else. Or you made your own experiments with GNU radio. After the SDR, you know a lot of more of the technology, better understand SDR products, that's my hope, and ideas, and you have ideas, what will be your next step in your own SDR experiments. Who has experiences with, and now I want to make a little bit active of the listeners. Please show it by hand. Who one has SDR TX, SDR RX for ham radio, maybe shortwave? First. This sounds about 90%. Who one has it for VHF, UHF? It's about 15%, okay? Who one knows or used in the past or today an SDR with FunCube dongle or RTL stick? This is about 90%, thank you. Who one has an SDR system hardware designed or assembled? It's about 20%. Oh, nice. Who one knows or has used in the past USRP, HackRF, Osmo SDR, Lime SDR, or Red Pitaya? It's about roughly 50%. Thank you. Who one uses digital modes, not FT8, digital modes? It's about a 40%. Okay. Who one knows or used in the past reverse beacon network, CW skimmer, PSK skimmer, something like ELT, and Whisper? It's about 75%. Okay. Who one has used in the past GNU radio? Okay, GNU radio, it's about 50%, I think. Who one has SDR experiments made on VHF and UHF? Well, yeah. Okay, this is about 50%, roughly 50%. Thank you very much. So a little bit more activated now. And we go further. I excluded FT8, and I show you a foil from K1JT, one of his talks last year, and I landed from. And I show you the modes in 2017. And as you can see, it's from the Clublog, downloaded and made an analysis of it. And you see here, this is the 1st January, this is the 31st of December, and we see different modes, CW. We see JT65 and JT9 together, and others as well. And you see until 1 year back, this is the middle of the year. And you see, well, these modes are very famous. More famous than PSK31 and RIDDITY. But after that, and no one predicted it in the last year, after that, FT8 began the run. And you see here, it is increasing very roughly, and when I remember the words of Joe Taylor correct, he says, we didn't expect it. And nobody could predict this, and you see here now it's more than 50% at the end of the year, more than 50% what QSOs are recorded to the databases with FT8. It's dramatical, it's disruptive innovation. Yeah, it's not a regular innovation, it's disruptive. But very interesting is these numbers. You know, the DXCC is a diploma, as a long-term diploma. You need 10 years, 15, 20 years to get these. But here you can see, you will find on FT8 mode 166 countries within 24 hours. So I expect a new category of diploma, DXCC in 24 hours. Okay. The program today will be, first we will start with an HPSDR block with 4 lessons, including direct frequency conversion and VDSP. I don't know the word exactly. Okay, then we will have, at noontime, we will have the lunch break with a sort, if you like, the demonstration here in the first row. After that, we will have 2 lessons about the, I should say it in German, OVI 40. Any idea how to pronounce it in English? OVI 40, okay, OVI 40, okay. So we will have 2 lessons on it. Then we will have an EMI of environments. This is electrical, I don't know the exact name, the people come later. And Lime SDRA. Both talks are held by me. After that, we will have an improve the usability of PC-based SDR software systems. 2 lessons about frameworks and how to code an SDR from our Hungarian guests. Thank you very much. And location and navigation will be the next step, and new technologies for SDR modulation. So let me first ask again to the audience, who one is coming from outside Europe? And I asked for the continents. North America. Okay, it's about 10%. South America. No one. Oceania. Okay, 2 ones. Excellent. 1% at the moment. And so we ask for a little bit more from Asia. 2% as well. And well, from Europe, I asked for Northern Europe means more northern from Germany. Okay, about 10%. Then the Middle Europe, Netherlands, and so on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and of course, Great Britain is Middle Europe. So, fine. And who is coming from Southern Europe? No one from Southern? Well, yeah, okay. One person. And from Eastern Europe means Poland and South, down to Greece. Yeah, the two Hungarians. Okay. Thank you. So, we look to the next. What is my observation of SDR during the last year? On shortwave, we have new transmitters for ham radio industry. They are SDR systems. The ICOM 7610 is a good example for that. I do not remark any, I do not notice any other technology starting on the market. What type of SDR? Well, increasing number of direct sampling systems. We continue the superhead plus intermediate frequency digital signal processing, and this is mainly called SDR system. One can discuss if it is an SDR or not. The ham education is mainly focused in Germany on analog systems. Digitalization has no effect, or one should say very poor influence until now. SDR is a key for measurement system and automated rig. I know of the first automation of FT8 mode program with scripting under Microsoft. It's very easy, and so you can start the QSO mode, sit out in the sun, come back and see what happens. Okay. The SDR development over time is concentrated on this slide. You see 1990, we had the typical receiver configuration, LNA, a mixer, filter, IF amp, second mixer, filter, IF amp, and after that we had digital signal processing. And in 2000, we increased this digital signal processing system. So after the filter, with no IF amplifier, we got this system. And now, I think 2013 plus, the newest, we will now have the direct sampling right after the LNA or after the antenna. This is my impression on the development of SDR over time. Homebrewed transmitters for shortwave from 0.0 to 70 megahertz. I think SDR will be the only way for homebrew rig. I don't feel that anybody has the time or the idea to make new ham radio rig without SDR technology. The MCHF or the OY40 are two examples for, and they have a touch panel. They have 10 to 100 watt for the OY40. They have the opportunity for frequencies from long wave to VHF, and they consist of all modes, including 3dB. This is a very interesting concept, I think. Direct sampling and FPGA-based systems are similar to the Hermes board. They are based on HPSDR software. And the Redpitaya C25 transmitter can be seen in Hall A1. They are at the DAC stand. Pi HPSDR, we have this is another homebrewed system, as I see. Modes for these homebrewed transmitters are SSB, radio telegraphy, and digital modes for text, PSK31, JT65, FT8, and of course, if you like, whisper beacon mode. Digital voice, well, I feel after some commercial products from ICOM, which used the D-star mode, the very good codec 2 with 3DV is now possible to integrate in every free hardware. Future in general for the radio, we expect 5G smartphones. We have the question here in Europe, will we still have FM radio in the future? And what will be with the antenna-based public radio and television? Will it still be available in the future? And we think that it is increasing wireless technology. On SDR, I see there are powerful FPGA-based SDR chips now. Xilinx Ultra Scale is one of the name of this, just only one candidate. It is a multiple RF converter with ADC and DAC and a 4-core A53 ARM processor with 64-bit capability. So we see a lot of computing power within one chip and with the capability to be a full SDR system. Radar applications from automotive domain and autonomous driving will be expected in the future also for SDR applications. Well, optional future development will be done in cognitive radio, maybe a digital backtunnel, assistant system for frequency selection like DX clusters are well known today. I have some experiments with Quisk, and in Quisk you can see the DX cluster at the frequency scale. FT8 mode will be integrated in every radio. So at the moment you find one of the modern ICOM systems, it has integrated rigidity. But why is rigidity? You have seen the foil from Joe Taylor. It is not very modern at the moment. I think FT8 will be integrated very short time. 3DB can be integrated. It depends on the people who make the marketing for the companies. And SDR will be the only way for homebrew rig, as I see. The future in VHF and up, we will have geostationary satellites. Single frequency repeater technology will be increasing like today in the Netherlands. They have a countrywide single frequency repeater technology. It's very attractive in FM mode. I think we will have FM still in use in the future. Because it's a very simple backward compatibility technology, and we have not like the commercials the possibility to buy a radio every year. And so I know of a lot of hams, they have radios which are 30 years old, and this is the backward compatibility technology we need still in the future. New digital modes without MB chip, improved speech quality and better backward compatibility. Well, at the moment 3DV is focusing on small data rates and on very on very low sensitivity, and I think there is a need to have better speech quality when you have enough SNR. And this is when I talk with people about the ambiship, DMR, D-star, and there are a lot of people who say, well, this is not for me. It is not like they don't like it. The Chinese delivery chain will still be for the masses in VHF. You know, there are radios for a few 10 euros, and this will be in the future as well. Hemnet user entry points are at starting point now. There are different concepts at the moment, and I expect in the near future we will have a Hemnet entry point. Hemnet-based voice transmission is in discussion at the moment, and I think we will have a solution. Ich sehe schon, ja, 2 Minuten, danke. SDR starting it will be now with the HPSDR block, and I should make some hints for you. There is the GNU radio conference, a call for papers still active. A conference will be in Henderson, Nevada in 17th to 21st of September this year. So if anybody here has an idea to make a call for papers answer, you are invited. Okay, we have now 2 minutes. Thank you very much for your attention. Just to say that the moderation of these talks will be done between Markus and my person. We will change each other, and I have to leave the conference at 16 in the afternoon, as I have another talk outside the SDRA. Thank you very much.